This video contains the top 3 best Town Hall 14 attack strategies with the new hero equipment to 3-star any base. Starting off at number 3, we have the Blizzard Lalo, still an incredibly strong option, especially with the new hero equipment. You're going to be starting off with the Blizzard portion. If there's no air defenses near a given area, you can use a couple balloons or the battle blimp alone, going in specifically for the Town Hall and possibly luring out the CC. Use an invisibility, drop the blimp, use a rage, and then start timing your invisibility spells every 4 seconds. Your goal is going to be trying to remove as much value as possible. And otherwise, if you really don't need the rest of your invisibility spells, you can practically save those for your heroes. So the super wizards don't need to get a ton of value. If you've gotten a good amount, which typically can just be the Town Hall and a couple other buildings around it, you can then set up a really and good proper funnel with your heroes going in next. So with that said, your next goal is going to be running the hero dive. I'd recommend funneling this if you're seeing stuff like collectors. You can use some sneaky goblins to get your heroes to go in. Using the Barbarian King with the Archer Queen, Apprentice Warden, and Ice Golem, you can get some pretty nice value. Consider also using that giant gauntlet from the King. He can get some pretty massive value, even going through an enemy CC, using that poison to deal with it, and the giant gauntlet will, with its splash, be able to deal with any headhunters and a lot of damage. Otherwise, you can get a lot of value from this hero dive from just the Barbarian King's ability alone, and then allowing your queen to start clearing out even more. You'll also have a royal champion that you can use to start controlling where your lava balloon is going to go, but you could also use your invisibility spells to support your heroes, like the Archer Queen or even the royal champion. You can take full advantage of these as it provides you with some much needed value, especially in possibly getting your royal champion to start moving through the core of the base and maybe even dealing with other defensive CCs or defensive heroes, maybe luring traps. But allowing your royal champion to get possibly into the core can really help your lava balloon portion. Now, in terms of the lava loon, the most ideal way that you can go about sending it in is using a lava hound with 3 groups of balloons. You'll then go ahead and do the same thing more perpendicular to it so you can get a large balloon parade. As for spells, you've got haste spells to get your balloons to go into a given area, which is really going to help as you want to get to those buildings quicker. Your Eternal Tome and Heart Tome is going to be very useful as you move in with a bigger group, as it's going to be able to heal them all back up to full even after the invincibility expires, and you've got free spells to support your push, as it allows you to freeze over things like multi-target infernos. You could even use invisibility spells to redirect traffic, especially your balloons, so you could get to better defenses to remove other than a ground expo. So that is one thing that you, of course, could do. Other than this, you just want to make sure that you are having some sort of cleanup. Minions, lava pups, headhunters, or even archers can all play a very vital role in cleanup. So make sure that you have enough of that so you can easily get the 3-star. Now, the second best attack has got to be the Queen Charge Hybrid, as it's just a lot better now that you can take more rage spells. This is going to mainly start by using funneling troops. Sneaky goblins, baby dragons, or even balloons can all work very well at setting up the funnel to get your queen to go in the right direction, which is entirely what you want. You do want to make sure that what you're doing, though, is using any super wall breakers if needed to get your queen a little bit deeper, but if not, you just want to make sure that you're getting your queen in and starting to do some work. You do want to make sure that you are pairing her invisibility veil with the archer puppets as of now, so you can have a really nice buff in damage when your queen pops her active ability. You do want to make sure that you're able to deal with the enemy CC, so a poison and freeze is really nice, and in turn, you're also dealing with the Town Hall. This is incredibly good in a lot of situations, and the nice thing about having multiple rage spells is you really don't have to worry about your queen falling. You can use an early queen ability if you are very worried about this, but using your rage spells and freeze spells can very much help your queen get through. So if she's dealing with a lot of defenses, this can be incredibly good. This also then allows you to set the other side of your funnel while your queen is going through. Having the siege barrack with the king and his giant gauntlet can very much help your hybrid get even more value thanks to the splash damage of the barbarian king. This just means that you're going to be getting a lot more work done on both sides of the funnel, which then in turn allows your hybrid to start smashing the base. So with the hybrid, you'll send in the miners, the hog riders, the RC, and the grand warden with possibly some headhunters as you enter in. You honestly can use an early grand warden ability to not only protect them, but to also heal them at the exact same time. So basically, you can take one less heal spell. As for everything else, you've got rage spells. You can very easily use this to get a lot of damage on the hog riders with the miners, or really a combination of the two as they just work themselves through. You could even pair this up with the royal champion, as she can get a ton of value this way, and you could just really let all of your troops completely smash through. You can use that second heal to support your hog riders, especially if they're going through a heavy key defense, but having stuff like root riders and hog riders in the CC can very much help. It's a very, very strong option that you really don't want to ignore. This is really good and basically the best in slot with all of the hero equipment here. And of course, the best attack has to be the super bowlers. They just got way better with the hero equipment. So in terms of this, you're going to start by funneling. This is going to be a relatively slow process, but not too slow, where you've got the flame flinger on one side and the grand warden walk on the other. With the flame flinger, just be very careful of mortars and expos, since they can do a lot of work to your flame flinger if you ignore it. Of course, on the other side, you've got a grand warden walk. Notice how we're not using the rage gem. The reason is we are taking 4 rage spells with a composition like this. So it means that the rage gem only gets value at the beginning and then is almost completely useless during the attack. So you are better off using the heart tome, as it will help heal your super bowlers, but we'll get to that a little bit later. You just want to make sure that you are setting up the funnel, and realistically, that warden walk does not have to be long. As long as you're able to clear a decent amount of buildings, you can really allow yourself to enter into the base without even needing to use the rage gem. You've got the barbarian king to move in with the flame flinger to also tank for things like the mortar and expo shots, which also can get you some really nice value with his giant gauntlet. But this will then allow you, once 2 funnels are set, to send in the super bowlers. So with that said, you'll send in your ice golems, balloons, titan, and your super bowlers with the queen as they follow in. This is going to be using your barbarian king's ability if he moves in with them, the grand warden ability early, and a rage spell early. This is going to do a ton of work. And with this heal tome, you're basically going to be able to heal through almost any damage as you go through into the town hall. Some of your super bowlers, of course, are going to die as they move through that town hall poison, but more often than not, you're going to be able to keep them up for slightly bit longer, which helps your attack in the long run. And what's even better is you then have your royal champion that you can use on the back end. This just absolutely helps so much more than the rage gem. 4 rage spells are often going to be far better and give you more value for the use of the heart tome. And you can keep your super bowlers up for a little bit longer, which then also allows you to smash the base quite easily. And having that back end royal champion very much helps with this. So this is really a really strong option, and I would definitely be using the heart tome if I were you over the rage gem.